Hey, I'm Drew. My company is jclay.co. I'm a designer and a builder, and this is one of my recent projects. Welcome to the kitchen. We have here an induction cooktop, single burner. We have a built-in toaster oven. I've cooked a lot of nice stuff in a cast iron there. You have a nice 30-inch sink, drop-in cutting board, fruit washing baskets. Your fridge is tucked up underneath. Plenty of storage. You do about 2-3 days of food for meal prepping in here, and then you go grocery shopping again and you get that fresh food. I really like it because you stand in here and you can prep everything in one space. It's very efficient. You have your dish storage. You wash your dishes and you put them up there to dry. You have storage up here, hooks for pots and pans and silverware. Plenty of storage on the counters. I like this feature. I put my food in these cabinets that I made. Old reclaimed cedar, an MDF, and then you pull that out and it's your workstation. I often design projects sitting here. For the countertops, I went with 24 by 48 tiles, and I cut them with an angle grinder and fit them together, and then I did this nice Doug fir edging to that. Same with the backsplash. That's a 24 by 48 tile. It just makes it really nice for cleaning, very efficient. Wipes up, and it looks great. And I love plants, so I built this plant shelf that they just love it up there. Soak up plenty of sunshine, and they just really thrive up there. And then we have an operable skylight. It actually works as your vent hood. Vents the whole house, but when you're cooking, you open it, and all the gases, smoke just go right out. Welcome to my living room. So this is actually a very comfy and functional living room. Plenty of storage up above. I used a lot of reclaimed materials. These are old pallets. You open it up and tons of storage. A lot of times we do extra food for the kitchen in some of these. We also have this ladder on the wall that you can pull off and use that to access the loft. A lot of times we have an ottoman in here, and that makes it like a really comfy sectional. And we have this great TV here, and along with the surround sound, this is like the place you want to watch a movie. We love plants, so we have more plants here. More storage all underneath. Simple baskets that function really well. Storage up above. I love these timbers. They're out of a job I did, and they're 110-year-old Colorado wood that I pulled out and was able to reuse for my project. We put the living room on this side of the house because it's kind of a spot where you come and you chill. You don't want a lot of traffic through it. It's a place where you come and retire. Also, you can bring the loft down because usually you're sitting when you're in the living room. As a designer and builder, I've always really been fascinated with being sustainable and sustainable design. And there's nothing much more sustainable than living in 200 square feet and having a 4-gallon water heater and getting your electricity from solar. And I really like the ability that you have in a tiny house to customize it and do things that are a little bit off and a little bit different and a little bit unique. It's just so fun crafting solutions for storage and the function of it, things that convert and change from one thing to another. I really like the process of building tiny houses. The first 2 tiny houses I built were featured on Tiny House Nation, and that was a really great experience. And then after that, it made me hungry for more. I wanted to do one of my own and customize it exactly how I wanted. Welcome to my bathroom. It's directly to the right when you come in the door. I really wanted a space that, was all tile and could wash up easily, and I also didn't want the weight, so I did a mix of tile and aluminum, and it's working out pretty well. We have the toilet area back here. Right here we have a toilet that's, right now it's a porta potty style toilet, but I can plumb in any type of toilet that you might want. We also have these baskets that I put on the wall for storage. And again, more reclaimed wood. This is cedar fence that I just ran through the planer and took the old layer off, and then did the aluminum down below. There's a storage cabinet back behind here as well where you can put your TP and cleaning supplies. I always wanted to have a bathroom that the ceiling was cherry blossoms with backlighting behind that. I just thought it had a really cool vibe. And actually, my mother's an artist, and I had her paint this, and everybody really likes it, and it's great. So the shower is the main area in the bathroom, and it actually functions as a mud room. In Colorado, we get muddy boots. You come inside, take them off, and you can set them in the shower to drip dry and hose it off later. You shut the door, and the shower panel is behind the door. And here's our shower. I found this piece at a Habitat for Humanity a long time ago, stainless steel, and I just had to have it. It might have come out of a locker room or a prison, but a very cool feature. And then I did aluminum on this wall to keep the weight down, siliconed in between, the water sheds off it, and it's really great. I run this shower off a 4-gallon electric water heater, and with a dampener valve on that and a high efficiency head, I've taken up to a 15-minute shower in here. There are pros and cons to going tiny. A pro is you can pick up and move whenever, wherever you want. You can enjoy scenery all across the country. It's great to live in a small space that you can clean very efficiently. Some of the cons are, right along with that, it can get dirty very quickly, and sometimes it can get exhausting towing a trailer. Whenever you move a tiny house, you spend a lot of time deconstructing it, making sure everything's secured. I have operable skylights, making sure those are locked, making sure your drawers are tied together so that your silverware doesn't fly everywhere. It's a lot of preparation, and then you get on the road, and that's when the fun begins. Welcome to my entry. This is a feature I really like. Again, a lot of reclaimed timber, old fence post I reused. It's nice because you come in the door and you can sit down, take your shoes off, and then I did shoe storage up underneath with a simple gas pipe, so you have 2 tiers in there. Another great feature is the junk drawer. We all have one. And I did some hooks for keys, and a lot of times you put mail and change and whatnot in there. Also, my lady asked for a mirror that she could do makeup in, and so I came up with this for her. These are pretty cool. You can touch them, swipe them. Also, this is the main switch panel for the house. It controls the kitchen, the living room, and then the exterior, and then you have an extra outlet for hairdryer, shaver, and all that. So the front door is actually another reclaimed piece. This is actually just a regular old rectangular slider door, and I modified it by cutting it down, stopping at about where the glass ends. There's maybe an inch, and I put a bracket in there, and then I put in this piece, laid it in, and did some putty and painted it, and bent a custom piece of metal, giving you a very cool shaped door. Also, as you come in the door, I have an antler that I found. It works great as a coat hook in the winter. Hang your purse on there. Very functional. All right, guys, let's check out the loft. So up here in the loft, we have a queen-size bed. One of my favorite features is instead of having it on top of framing, I have it on 2 sheets of laminated plywood, which gives you a lot of extra headspace in here. My favorite feature in the house by far has to be the operable skylight above your bed. You go to sleep in the woods, open that up at night, and you're just sleeping like a baby. Best sleep I've ever had. We also have your closet over here. There's 3 racks that you can hang on, about a foot long each. And then below that, you roll up all your t-shirts and your socks, and you put that down there, and then a bin for dirty laundry. Again, we have reclaimed wood all throughout, 100-year-old timbers. In those timbers, we have 2 custom little niches that I built, and then I had some leftover cowhide, and I put that on the back, and I really like the look of that. And then behind the bed, headboard pops off, and you have a few more hang bars back there for winter coats and off-season stuff. Welcome to the back porch. Here we have a section of the wall in the back that drops down. It folds up seamlessly into the wall and blends in, and you'd never even know it's there. We also have a fold-out awning that I constructed out of electrical components, unistrut, conduit, and double-wall polycarbonate. And once the deck is up, these 2 legs will fold up, and then the awning fold down against the back. It's so great to be able to drop the deck down, pull the awning out. You can relax on the deck. You can capitalize on the views of wherever you're at. It's great to get the airflow going, lay on the couch, read a book, and just enjoy the sunshine. So welcome to the front of the house. I clad the house in cedar on this side and on the back. The other 2 sides are metal. I also did this custom bent metal, and it has a nice recessed lighting feature in there. At nighttime, it really gives a nice ambience out here, and there's nice settings that you can switch for Christmas or dance parties. It's a lot of fun. And on the outside, of course, we have more plants. Those pull off while you're traveling. They're just attached by 1 screw, and the planter quickly comes off. Out here today is our herb garden. We have basil, mint, rosemary, and I've just always loved plants, and I want to have as many as possible. I recently installed this triangular shape awning. I think it's a really great fit, gives a lot of shade to the front, will protect you from the elements. It can easily clip to the solar panels that I have attached up there. And right now I came up with this special bar so there's no leg coming down. I really wanted this house to be off grid, so I went all in on the solar. I have 12 100-watt panels, a 100 amp charge controller, and a 3,000 watt inverter charger. And the solar all goes into my lithium iron batteries, 170 amp hour each. It's more than enough power for the house. Up front, we have a matching cedar deck on the hitch. It's great to store your grill. You can do bikes on there as well. And then right here, I have a utility room that houses my solar system. In here we have the solar coming in to a junction box and a fuse, and then we have that running into the charge controller. That's a 100 amp MPPT charger, and then those are running to the battery. We have 370 amp hour lithium iron batteries. Charges up very easily and powers your house all day, all night. We also have a 3,000 watt inverter and charger. It's very nice to be able to, plug in to shore power when you need to, but honestly, plenty of times, just solar all day. I really enjoy the challenges of building and designing tiny houses. I'd like to do a lot more of them. If you're interested in a tiny house, I would love to help you. We can sit down and design a house specifically tailored to your needs and then build that. You can reach me at jclay.co and also on Instagram at jclay.co. And thank you so much for checking out my house.